Hello and welcome to A Spirited Debate. I'm Lauren Green. When our veterans return from tours of duty, many face a host of challenges. One of the most devastating is post-traumatic stress disorder, which can cause depression, fits of rage, and alcoholism, putting untold strain on families. But one Marine is fighting back through a unique ministry which partners mixed martial arts and faith. The program is called Mighty Oaks Warrior, and Chad Robichaux is its founder. He's a former mixed martial arts world champion and a Marine, and he joins me now from California. Welcome.
Thanks so much for having me on.
Well, you had your own bout of post-traumatic stress disorder. Is that why you created the Mighty Oaks Warrior program?
Yeah, that's right. I came home and struggled with many of the things that our veterans are coming home struggling with, and on the other side of it, I realized that people wasn't helping the way they needed to help, so I figured, why not me? And stepped up and did it.
And you saved your marriage through that as well.
That's right. Well, I saved my marriage first, and on the other side of that, that was one of the biggest victories of overcoming PTSD, because I almost lost it over that.
How do you combine mixed martial arts and faith? Why is that such a powerful combination?
Well, I think for me, it's really my background as a mixed martial artist, and the platform that I had through that has given me a voice. And so more than anything else, I was able to use that platform as a voice, advocate, and reach out to others.
Mm-hmm. Why is the mixed martial arts so important? I mean, the faith we understand, but the mixed martial arts, what is it about that particular discipline that helps?
Well, our program doesn't have having guys train in mixed martial arts. Our program really comes to the principles that mixed martial artists, that military guys, that warriors have in common, that we have all these abilities to fight and to be successful in our professional life. And when it comes to our family, it comes to our faith, it comes to our health, we come home from combat and we quit. And we quit on the most important things in our life. So for me as a fighter, for me as a Force Recon Marine, as a warrior, I had to come to the conclusion that I quit on the most important things in my life, and that I needed to fight again to get those things back.
How many of our soldiers come home with post-traumatic stress disorder, and they're simply not diagnosed?
Well, I think right now you have about 33% of our nation's military raising their hand and saying they have a problem. I think a lot more of them are not raising their hand because of the fear of losing their careers or being identified as weak. But what we do see is 23 veterans a day taking their lives from suicide because they reach a point of hopelessness from not getting the help they need. And so me personally, and having struggled with that facing suicide and facing divorce myself, it's a personal goal of mine to strive out to eradicate veteran suicide and end the 85% divorce rate.
Mm-hmm. Why do you feel faith is so important in healing PTSD?
I mean, everything about my faith is what brought me to the healing of PTSD. I had been through many counselors, psychologists, and all the pills. I mean, we see guys on pills, like 30 pills a day for PTSD. But for me, when I reestablished my faith and I aligned my life with a biblical blueprint of manhood and grabbing hold of the life I was intended to live, this PTSD thing that was controlling me became something that I was in control of.
If people wanted to find out how to get a loved one into the program, how would they do it?
They would go to mightyoaksprogram.org, and on that website there's an application process. There's no charge. We bring in veterans, we bring in active duty service members. The military sends guys on orders to us, and there's no charge. So it's not a cost is not an option for guys that want to come. They've already paid the price through their service.
You have a very good success rate. You have 710 soldiers who have been helped through your program. Is that right?
That's right. We've had since 2011 we've had 710 graduates and not one suicide.
Wow. Well, Chad Robichaux, I want to thank you very much. The program is called Mighty Oaks Warrior Program, and they want to know about it. You can just go online and find out more about how to get involved. Thank you so much for being on A Spirited Debate.